Hello students, today we will learn about determiners. Now what are determiners? Determiners are the words that modify noun. In other words, determiners are the words that can be used before noun to determine or modify their meaning. And determiners are also called fixed words. Now we will talk about characteristics of determiners. So the first characteristic of a determiner is determiner may determine or fix a person, fix a place, person or thing. The second characteristic is determiner may identify two or more person. The third characteristic is a determiner may indicate a quantity or amount. So determiner may indicate a quantity or amount. Now we will talk about the classification of determiner. Determiner are of four types. The first type of determiner is an article in which a and the false, in which the is the definite article and a and n are the indefinite article. Next one is possessives in which my, your, his, her, its are, their, whose, false. The next kind of determiner is demonstrative determiner in which this, that, these, those, false. And the last kind of determiners are the quantifiers in which a few, another, much, some, very, a lot, many are false. In quantifiers, ordinals and numerals also false. In ordinals, which are, for example, first, second, third, fourth are the ordinals, and so on. And the next are the numerals like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the example of numerals. Now we will talk about the basic rule of articles. So we will talk about the basic rule of A. A is used before a noun. Before that, articles are used before nouns. So you must remember that articles are used before noun. A is used before a noun starting with a consonant sound. So A is used where a noun is starting with a consonant sound, and n is used before a noun starting with a vowel sound. And the next one, which is the is used before singular countable nouns, plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. We will come to learn more about the articles. We will see the usage of A. A is used before a noun beginning with a consonant sound. For example, a horse, a woman. So a horse, a woman, a university, these has these all have a consonant sound. A woman. W starts with it has a consonant sound. So a woman, a horse, a university. Now moving forward, we will see the usage of n. N is used before a noun beginning with a vowel sound. So as I also mentioned before, n is used before a noun which begins with a vowel sound. For example, an orange, an egg, an elephant, an hour, an hour. An R has a R. There is a sound of R. So we will use an in this example, in this word. So we will see how to use A and N. The use of A and R is determined by their sound. So the usage of of A and N is determined by their sound. The following words begin with a vowel but not with a vowel sound. So these are the words which I am going to tell you. They begin with a vowel but not with a vowel sound. For example, a unique thing such as a 1 rupee coin, a European, a unicorn. You must be thinking, why not an unicorn? Because uh, these words begin with a vowel sound but not with a, these words begin with a vowel but not a vowel sound. Example I already gave you: a European, a unicorn, a university, or a useful thing, or a union. So these are the examples of use of a and n. So here a is used. Here in this example a is used. On the other hand, n is used although being with a consonant. So why n is used although they begin with a consonant? For example, NR, an honest person, NMLA, MLA. So there is a sound of MLA. So it will be written as, we will say it NMLA. Now we will see the use of the indefinite article. The is used before singular countable nouns, plural countable nouns, and uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns do not have a plural forms. Also remember that uncountable nouns do not have plural forms. Example, we can't say that sugars. We will not say sugars. We will say the sugar. The is used while talking about particular thing or thing, or one which is clear from the context, which one we can mean. The book you want is not available. So the book which you particularly want is not available. So we will write is the book. It is talking in you know that in which context it is talking. So you will use that the book you want is not available. The next is when a singular noun represents the whole class. So we are learning about the usage of the. So the another usage of the is when a singular noun represents whole class. For example, the dog is a faithful animal. So here we are not talking about one dog. We are talking about every dog. So here this dog is representing all other dogs. The dog is a faithful animal. And we will also know more usage of the, which are may have already studied in your earlier classes, that before some proper nouns that are physical, which has physical features. For example, oceans, seas. Example, for example, the Pacific, the Arabian Sea. In front the name of the rivers we use the Ganga. In front the name of the canals we use the deserts, the Thar desert, such as the Thar desert, the Sahara desert. And we also use articles in front of mountain ranges before the names of the religions and some religious books also. For example, the Mahabharata, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, and some of mythological books, the Vedas, the Puranas, the Mahabharata. But we say Valmiki's Ramayana, you must remember that. And we also use the in front of unique things. For example, which are one of their kind: the sun, the moon, etc. Now we will talk about possessives. And before that, there are some omission which are done in the usage of the. They are with superlative degree. This is the worst performance I have ever seen. For example, we will see before material abstract and proper nouns used in a general sense. So here article is omitted, the article is omitted. Honest, for example, honesty is the best policy. We will not write it as the honesty is the best policy. We will say honesty is the best policy. And the next example is Paris is the capital of France. We will not write the Paris is the capital of France. we will write Paris is the capital of France. And one more thing, with ordinals like he was the finest man to walk on the moon, we will use the article the. And before musical instrument, we will also use article the tabla, the guitar, etc. Now we will talk about possessives here. Determiners and kinds of nouns in which they are used. A, each, everyone, another, either are used with singular countable noun. You must remember that a, an, each, everyone, another, and either are used with singular countable noun. This and that are used with uncountable nouns with singular uncountable nouns. These and those are used with uncountable nouns and plural countable nouns. We are talking about these possessive, demonstrative, and quantifiers. These and those are used with uncountable noun and plural countable noun. A little, a lot, much are used with uncountable nouns. A few, many, both, several are used with plural nouns. The some, any, my, her, your, their, whose are used with plural nouns. And these are the types of nouns we were talking about. And maybe in the next video lecture we will talk about in more detailed manner. I hope you understood all of these. So here the video ends, lecture ends. Thank you.